Hello friends, this video on nutrition in animals part 2 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So now the question is, what are the various modes of nutrition? Like how different animals obtain their food? What are the different ways? Now, forget about animals. All living organisms, they can obtain their food in just two different ways. One is autotrophic mode of nutrition. The other is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now, the word auto means self. Now, some organisms, they are self-dependent in terms of food. That is, they do not depend on any other organism for their food. So, such organisms are called autotrophic. So, they prepare their own food. Whereas heterotrophic means those organisms which depend on others for their food. So they are always dependent on somebody else for their food. Now let us talk about human beings. Now what do you think? Humans are autotrophic or heterotrophic? Just think about it. Now some of you might say that of course we are autotrophic because we prepare our own food. We prepare the vegetables, we prepare so many dishes in our own kitchen, we prepare it ourselves. So of course we are autotrophic. Now, if I ask you, whenever you prepare a dish, so what do you use to prepare that dish? The vegetables, the fruits, fish, egg, spices. So from where do you get all these? So do you prepare the vegetable? Do you produce the vegetable? Not really. So basically you are dependent on some plants for the vegetables, fruits, spices, cereals, etc. Similarly, you are dependent on some other animals to get fish, egg, meat, etc. And once you get that from other plants and animals, you just prepare them in an edible way for yourself so that it tastes better. Correct? So basically, you are not preparing your own food completely because you are dependent on other plants and animals for getting the raw materials to your kitchen. So human beings are examples of heterotrophic organisms. So human beings have heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now if you ask example of autotrophic nutrition, so the best example would be the plants because plants prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. So they do not depend on any other animal or plant for their food. So plants are autotrophic. Now again, there are some plants which are heterotrophic as well. But most of the plants are autotrophic. Now when we talk about heterotrophic nutrition, because in this lesson we are talking only about the nutrition in animals and all animals are heterotrophic. So none of the animals can prepare their own food. So all animals depend on plants either directly or indirectly. So this heterotrophic mode of nutrition again can be of many different types. Like some animals might depend on dead and decaying animals for their food. So they have a saprophytic mode of nutrition. Some animals depend on other living organisms for their food. That is, they live inside the body of another living plant or another living animal. So they are said to be parasitic. And holozoic is that mode of nutrition where an organism take in solid food. So solid food intake happens in holozoic nutrition. So all of these fall under the category of heterotrophic because in each of these the animal is actually dependent on some other animal. So in this case the animal is dependent on some dead animals. In this case the animal is dependent on some other living plant or animal. And in this case the animal is taking in solid food and that solid food is again obtained from some plant or animal. So they all fall under the category of heterotrophic nutrition. So here these animals depend on others for their food. So examples of animals which follow heterotrophic nutrition are humans, animals, fungi, insectivorous plants. So these are all examples of heterotrophic nutrition. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.